Can't think of anything else. I'm literally just talking. Yeah.
Hand sandwich. Don't tell that.
Hi there.
Hi. Oh dear. Let's start that again. This could take a while.
My name is Han.
My name's Susan.
I've been coming to this church now for about 8 months or so with my wife Susan.
This is just a short story of how my faith has grown throughout my life.
And so really it started a long time ago before I even knew it myself, but I became a Christian back in January 2010, and it's definitely been the best decision of my life.
Like a lot of people, I was born into a Christian home. I had fantastic parents that were always really supportive throughout my life and throughout all my decisions, really.
I was brought up in China, just in case you couldn't tell. Lived there for 10 years of my life and moved over to Northern Ireland with my parents.
My story really began in 2005 when I went on my first mission trip in Kosovo, which is just next to Albania in Europe.
Starting in the UK was hard because I didn't know any English. The only word I knew was apple, which was very helpful, I suppose, as a primary schooler. Getting to the toilet was an extremely hard thing to try to vocalise.
I continued every year at Easter from 2005 to 2009, and that is really where my faith developed and grew. From that stage, I felt like I knew God's plan for my life, and that changed so much in just a few short years afterwards.
One of the friends that I made, first of all, was a Korean boy who was going to church at the time, and that's where I kind of started going to in terms of a youth group. So going through the youth groups was fantastic, but whenever it came to the last year of school, I really wanted to kind of leave that all behind because I'd focus on university, where I was going to study to become a doctor. And at that stage I thought these youth groups and activities and God was going to get in the way of my life. But little did I know that God had an ultimate plan and that He wanted me to focus on Him, which is the most important thing.
So in 2009, our church had a youth camp, as we have every single year. That's the year I met Han. We had been at the same youth camp before, but that's when we started a friendship and then obviously a relationship very soon afterwards.
So at the last year of school, I went to our youth camp for a week, and it was a fantastic week, and that's where I met my future wife-to-be, Susan.
He wasn't a Christian at the time, and that was something that was really difficult for me. It was another real test of my faith, but once Han became a Christian, that was a real example to me of true faith and how much somebody can grow in such a short amount of time.
After that youth conference, I met with Susan and we started going out. I was still quite detached from God and trying to push Him away at that time. I still felt there was something about Christians that I couldn't have, and something about them that I just couldn't be good enough for. Susan really helped me to reconnect, and she brought me over to church, and through her patience I felt more connected to God again. There was nothing stopping me, and it didn't make sense. The only thing stopping me was me. I remember the exact minute and the exact date. I just asked God for my life, and I just felt like something lifted off me, and I felt full and I felt content. And through that all, I've just continued my journey with God, and it's been absolutely fantastic.
Han and I got married in, oh goodness, I can't remember the year. What year was it? 2015. Okay, start again. So Han and I got married in 2015. We prayed a lot about what God wanted for our lives, especially in the first few years of marriage. We really felt God was telling us to move away from Northern Ireland. So Han applied for different jobs. He was fortunate enough to get a job here in Perth.
Choosing Australia was hard, but there was so many different cities that we applied for in Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, and the rest of the eastern coast. We never really considered Perth initially, but Perth was the first place that offered me a job.
So when we moved to Perth in November 2016, what I had really wanted to do was to see as many churches as possible. So our intention was to sort of do some church shopping. We had no recommendations, we didn't know anybody in Perth at all. So I found C3 Crawley online. It was the 14th birthday celebration, and our intention was to sneak in the back, see how it went, talk to a few people, leave kind of as quickly as possible. That did not happen. We came in, everybody was so friendly and welcoming.
It was really difficult to actually sit by ourselves. There was so many enthusiastic people. We got greeted by Nate at the door. We met Damon, we met Rachel, Terrence, Shannon, and Nathan, who was leading the praise, and Isaac, who led the Connect group.
So, we prayed about it and really thought about it, and we thought, I think this is where God has put us. Maybe this is just to relieve a little bit of the stress that's going on. There was so much happening at that time.
The people in the church have been such a blessing, providing different things to help us settle in and to get onto our feet, such as Nathan, lending us a car to use, and also Damon and Rachel lending us air conditioning units and things. And there's so many other things that people have helped us with, and we really appreciate all the help that's been given to us. And it's been an absolutely amazing experience. Everyone's shown such great kindness and love for us, and it has really helped us settle into this church and make us feel at home.